These are the hardest games. The game right before Christmas. Everybody's showering and on their way to the airport. And we didn't talk about Christmas break. We didn't mention Christmas break. But it's the hardest game to play. It just is. And NAU is that gutsy, crafty, scrappy team that just won't let it die. They'll get after you and get after you and get after you. And, no lead was ever comfortable. It just wasn't. And we had a stretch there. We didn't score for a while. I thought we had a lack of mental toughness during that stretch. And then we finished it off the last 2 minutes. So it's a tough game. It's a tough, grinding game. But you know what? We've won 3 in a row. We have some momentum going into conference. They get a much-needed break, and so do we. It's been a pretty tough and brutal schedule, the first 11 games or whatever it is. And now season 2 starts, and it starts getting fun. What's that? No, it's actually, for me, it's always fun.
I was just kind of curious what you meant by now it's fun. I mean, is it more serious? Is it more?
No, it's just fun. I mean, nothing other than fun.
Coach, you guys were in a good position at halftime with both offenses. Couldn't get really anything going in the first half.
Yeah, it was interesting. 13 points and we had 23, and it was just it was really ugly. I mean, it was just really a scrappy, one of those grinding games that you just, we missed some layups here and there. We got bumped. We got pushed around a little bit. I credit them. That's the way they play. Tish got it going a little bit. She had 7 points, I think, in the first half. And then everybody else just wasn't, they were just kind of out of sync, I think, is the best way to put it. And, and then we just settled down a little bit in the second half. Built the lead a little bit, and then it was kind of I don't know, I can't describe this game. It was kind of a roller coaster. There's some highs and lows, and, there's times I was screaming at the top of my lungs, and times I just needed to sit down and drink some water. So it definitely was a Magic Mountain ride.
Even though people weren't really scoring, it seemed like there were a couple players in particular that did a lot for you. I mean, Kiana seemed like she had one of her better outings. Alexa had a good outing.
It's back-to-back outings for Kiana, who I thought she had 2 of her best games this week. I thought, Khadijah played well. She missed some things. We missed way too many free throws. I thought Josie played well. She scrapped and got in there. But, Alexa, again, I thought one of her best games. She get 10 rebounds, she have 7 points. No one was double figures for us. It was just that kind of night. You have 10 assists and 19 turnovers, terrible, with a team that doesn't press you. It's our turnovers. Kiana had a little bit, but our guards just can't. They've got to take care of the ball a little bit better. And I played a lot of freshmen. Played everybody actually, except for Marissa. I was going to try to get her in, but it just wasn't that kind of game.
I guess the good thing to talk about, though, is your defense. I did feel
Yeah.
like you kind of did a good job of taking them out of what they wanted to do.
You know what? We did. And 13 and 24, I mean, that's the most proud I am, because when you're not scoring and things just aren't going well in the offensive end, and trust me, it happens to every team in the country. I mean, it just does. When your defense can pick you up like that, that's what you're most proud of. So, there's a lot of nitpicking things I could do. I'm just not going to do it because we won 3 in a row. They grinded out a pretty good game. They did what they had to do to get a much-deserved break, and then we'll come back and get ready for Fresno.
What is the schedule now? Do they just leave tomorrow? Or what?
I think a lot of them are leaving now because we moved the game at 1 so they could get out early. And like I said, they deserve to get out of here and get a break and be with their families. I know some of the freshmen, they get to be a little tired at this point in time. And it's a whirlwind for freshmen because, most of them have played a lot of games and their season ends in usually end of February, sometimes early March. We end a little bit later than that. So it's a grind for freshmen, and they need to get a break and get home. And trust me, all the stuff that they're running and everything they're not going to do, we'll make up for it on the 26th. We'll have training camp all over again.
else for Coach?
Great. Thanks, you guys. Merry Christmas, you guys.
Every team is different, so with each game we have to prepare differently, and today obviously showed that we had to play defensively a little differently.
The team was looking, to get confidence from 3 games win streak. Do you feel like the last 2 games have helped you?
Definitely. I think after winning these last 3, it's definitely pushed us forward to the new season into conference.
But you personally?
I believe personally, yes, also as well. I mean, it's good to win, so I think it's pushing us all in the right direction.
How important is it to get it, on a winning streak right before conference?
I think it was especially good for us because of playing such a hard schedule in the beginning, and especially now just because we're going into a break. I think it was really needed that we got that 3-0 streak.
Yes. Great. Appreciate it.
Solid.
I mean, it's just go out there and play, give it your all. I mean, you want to score, get high scores, but I mean, it just comes down to if you outscore the other team, that's all that matters.
What's the feeling in the locker room right now before heading into conference play?
We definitely have a lot of confidence. Coming off a 3-game winning streak, I think that's really good for us, and just like I said, gives us a lot of confidence as we go into conference now.
So were you aware that that three-pointer gave everybody tacos?
Oh, really? Oh, no. Well, I'm glad it did.
I wondered if you wondered why you got such a nice cheer for that one.
Oh, no wonder.
I guess the good thing, as far as I'm concerned, is you guys have shown in the last couple games that you can win a high-scoring game or you can win a defensive game like this. And going into conference, is that something that you feel like you can build on?
Yeah, definitely. When we all play together, I mean, we could be unstoppable, and I think that's one thing that has come from the past 3 games. We've all been playing really well together, and I think that's just going to grow stronger.
Anything else?
That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.